Okay, it started. Hello, welcome to our our creepypasta reading. This
Let's go.
episode, we got Family Feud. Lost
The lost
episode.
episode.
You want to go first, or should I go first?
Alright, listen, you sons of bitches. I've had enough of these fucking VHS tapes. I'm tired of this shit. It's already enough. I'm not gonna pretend to be nice here anymore. I have turned a page, and that page says, this isn't funny anymore.
I changed my name. I had to move out of town. The tap water was disconnected. I don't trust your access to the fluoride. Me? I just get bored sometimes and I want to watch a quality program, but I never thought this would happen.
It was a game show. A game show! Family Feud. A show where various families are asked to partake in a survey, and then the survey says something different. And we're supposed to guess the quality of the survey. Here's a survey. Are you fucking scared yet? You will be.
I looked the VHS tape. I
I
threw
looked.
it in the garbage. I
Fucking
wasn't
garbage.
I wasn't going to watch it this time. But then I heard a weird static noise in the background. Hey there, fella. It's time to watch the Family Feud. Let's feud, you and me. I'm Louis Anderson. Indeed, it was Louis Anderson. I hadn't seen him as the host in years. I assumed he was dead. Dead to me, at least, since I would no longer watch the feud, knowing he was no longer going to participate in the feuding, the hollering, or the warring.
Oh, 1 sec, I lost track. I had to participate in the dance. My eyes. That bubble TV. In the audience of my hopes and dreams. I picked up the VHS tape out of the trash. I dusted it off, moved an old Funyuns wrapper, and licked the sensual plastic with my prosthetic tongue.
It was time to watch Family Feud. I heard the sound of applause as there was tiny microphones embedded in the VHS tape. They were recording me. Couldn't I could even see a camera in there. The Feud Corporation wasn't going to like this.
I put the tape in, pressed play. I heard the familiar music play. Louis Anderson walked in, eyes bloodshot. Welcome to Family Feud, he yells excitedly. He looked disheveled, to say the least. But it was 2018 and he wasn't the host anymore. I could tell a feud was brewing, but no families were involved to my knowledge. Steve Harvey walked in. Welcome to, he paused, dead in his tracks, eyeing the fat man in his bucket of long silver, John Silver's chunky chicken, fat lips, and love of grease puckering potato chips. Who is this fat man? He made a face, and the audience laughed, hooter and hollering in a manner I didn't think possible.
Welcome to fucking Feud. Louis Anderson gobbled up the fried fish dinner, poured potatoes and gravy down his gullet, and began moving his jaw up and down. Steve Harvey started to shove Louis Anderson off the stage as a dull grip and stage hand moved in to remove either one of the actors from the premises. The audience sounded confused, maybe even a little frightened.
I used to be a TV star, Louis screamed. Don't listen to them. It's the ghost of Louis Anderson. The ghost of Louis Anderson.
And then he started flying. It was just so bizarre. It wasn't CG or strings. He was literally flying. The fat man flew around the room while you could visibly see Steve Harvey dialing his agent. The families got up and left. One of the families was named Cocksuckers, but I don't think that was their last name because the grandmother started to cry as she was led off the stage by various employees.
We're having chicken dinner. Louis Anderson produced several Cornish game hens from his pants as he threw them to the audience, spinning faster, dangling his porky arms left and right, to and fro, bumping and swaying. He was laughing to himself and flying faster and fucking faster.
And pretty soon, in a few years, the cops broke into the studio. "Get down!" one of them yelled. He rolled as Louis flew in very fast. The cop dodged, narrowly avoiding Louis Anderson. Survey says, "Dead." You hear a loud buzzing and a red X flashes on screen as the police officer screams.
Louis Anderson appears to have psychic powers. The cop squeals like a pig. Bacon falls out of his pockets, and there is bacon grease and maybe urine. And then his head literally fucking explodes. Rated PG-13 for pork and pork products. The cop's skull lay on the floor, covered in blood, skin, and pieces of muscle, while Louis continues to fly around. Get the fuck up there! Louis Anderson screams, eyes bloodshot. It was the bonus round.
Louis smiled. "Maybe it's easier to see the world that way. I mean, you? You wouldn't even be a Christian if the Roman Empire Palpatine hadn't forced his citizens to worship the pagan sun god, Saturnalia. But me, I'm a three-horned goat. What's the weather forecast? I'm guessing hail. Hail Satan! Hail Satan! He screamed. His eyes grew red and then exploded. This was really scary. I was frightened.
The families didn't even get a fucking chance to play the game. I googled Louis Anderson quickly, and he wasn't dead. Who was this guy? His eyes grew redder. And the truth is, every day I've seen you, you, grown more beautiful. I've watched you battle the elements and fail, and in my heart I know you're condemned, but I won't allow it. I want to see you live. I've written a lot of creepypastas, but I've destroyed most of them, almost all of them. The truth, I didn't want to frighten you, but let's face it, I am Louis Anderson. Louis Anderson flew into the ceiling and exploded as the red X's were all over. Survey says, die.
And then the entire studio audience caught fire and exploded. Everyone was dead. The ghost of Louis Anderson had killed them all. A few weeks later, I googled Louis Anderson's phone number by contacting a celebrity contact service. They informed me Louis Anderson wasn't a celebrity and promptly hung up. After searching the local Applebee's, I found him.
Louis Anderson? I asked. He looked confused and concerned. I don't know what you're talking about, he said. Louis Anderson didn't die. He's right here. He and Steve Harvey were having a drink, and I could tell they were talking about me. They quickly shuffled into the taxi cab and vanished, leaving me with the VHS tape and my scrambled egg brains to put the pieces together. I know what I saw, though.
A few weeks later, I got a Louis Anderson in the mail. No, I'm not kidding. He had mailed. Oh, that's supposed to be mailed. He had mailed himself to me, but I didn't open the package. Rumors are, if you hear scratching late at night, that's Louis Anderson trying to escape his cardboard package prison, trying to feud. A family feud.
The
The
Family
Family
Feud.
Feud. Thank you for watching. This has been a Creepypasta reading.